Visual Studio is a great alternative to Visual Studio IDE. But how do I start a project without the support of an IDE? How do I run my project? And so on. In this video, we'll find out those commands and more. By the way, hi, my name is Eugene Ong, and my mission is to spread lifelong learning. I've been into programming for more than 10 years, but now, more than ever, there are more things to learn. If you are new here, please consider joining our community dedicated to learning programming. So let's start by going to command prompt and going to your desired folder, cd users, cd quick guide to programming. So let's make a directory by using the make directory command, task tracker, and then navigate to the folder we just created, and then let's create a two-layer folder by using make directory source slash task. Okay. If we go to our file explorer, we can see the task tracker folder was created, and inside there will be the source and then the task. In order to create a .NET 5 application without Visual Studio IDE, we will need to use the .NET SDK. In order to find the commands, we can use .NET -h to list all the SDK commands available. Here you can see new command to create project or file. We can use the run to build and run the application. We can also use other commands, and there is a special command that we'll be checking on today, which is the watch. Okay, so first let's try to use the new keyword. So first we'll use the cls command to clear our screen, then type in .NET -new -l to list all the commands available for the new keyword. For this project, we'll create a class library and also a web API. So now we'll create our projects. Let's go inside the folder cd task tracker, cd source, cd task. Then inside we'll use the .NET new web API dash name. So we'll put it as task or just put API. Okay, was successfully created. And then let's create our class library. .NET new classlib. Here, classlib. And then -n for the name. And then we'll name it as domain for the domain layer. So this is where we will put our class. Another one will be .NET new class library, maybe for persistence layer. This is for our entity framework perhaps. And lastly, we'll create .NET new class library again, -n for our business layer. Okay, successfully created. So after your projects are created, we will now proceed to create a solution. So we'll go to the main folder, cd dot, and then first we need to create a solution. So .NET new SLN. Okay, so we have a solution file. We need the solution file to connect to all of our projects. So now that our solution is created, we can integrate this with our projects. We can use the command .NET SLN add, then our project folder for API .NET SLN add source task business. We just replace domain and persistence. So after we have integrated our solution and projects, we will now create a reference between each project. So basically a reference is like creating a dependency for one project. For example, API layer will be dependent on the business layer. Let's start. So we go to cd source, cd tasks, cd API. So here we create a dependency .NET add reference, create a reference to the business layer. Okay, and then the business layer, cd business. So the business layer will now be dependent on the domain and persistence layer. So .NET add reference to domain, then persistence. Then lastly, our persistence layer will have dependency in the domain layer. cd persistence .NET add reference domain. Okay. So once we're done, we can open Visual Studio Code and navigate to the folder, open the folder, and then once it's open, you will see the folders or projects we have created and also the solution. And then inside the API, it's pre-built just like in the .NET IDE. We have the weather forecast controller. Now we'll try to run the application. Let's navigate to the API, cd source, cd task, cd API. So now we'll use .NET run, .NET watch run. Okay. Now the application should start running. Okay. Okay, so in your IDE, this should pop up. So .NET 5.0 has already pre-built Swagger. If you're not familiar with Swagger, basically it helps you call the API by giving you a UI. So let's try it out. Execute. So you will see the response here. So why did we use the watch command? So watch commands enable us to find the changes in the code and immediately render it. So let's try to make some changes and see what will happen. So back to our Visual Studio code, we'll go to the weather forecast controller. You will see here is the get method, and then you'll see the response is being constructed here, and it's passed to a weather forecast class. So in order to make an update, we go to the definition, which is here, then add another property, which is a location. So get set. Oh. Okay, save that. And then let's go back to the controller and then add the value location equals Singapore. So let's add comma here. Okay, now that there's no more error, as you can see, it's proactively doing the build. And then let's see the Swagger again. So we're back to the Swagger. And then now let's try to use the get command again. Okay, now you can see that location was added. So that happened without us stopping the application and running it again. So basically, the watch command makes our lives simpler and streamline our tasks so that we can be more productive. So to summarize, to see the list of .NET SDK command, use .NET-H, create an API, .NET new web API-n, then the API name, create a class library, .NET new classlib-n library name, create a solution file, .NET new SLN, integrate solution with project using .NET SLN add in the project directory, add reference to a project using .NET add reference project directory, and lastly, to run the application, use .NET watch run. So that the watch command will enable you to watch for changes in your code and then republish it. Yeah, thank you for watching, and then please comment below for any questions you have or if there are any topics you would like to be discussed. Thank you and good day.